I'm Kev.
I'm Winnie.
What are we going to be doing today?
Spelling and writing.
We are going to be. Last week, do you remember what you said you wanted to practice a little bit more?
I know.
Okay, tell me.
With the end and start of writing.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to practice those, and we're going to practice doing some of the blending with the 2-letter sounds. Do you remember? Yeah. And what we're going to think about first is we're going to think about first our letters. Then we're going to take the whiteboard out and we're going to do some of the 2-letter words. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job. You got it. You got it. That's the wrong way around.
I was like, what is that?
I don't know. We know what that is. You got it. That's also the wrong way around. That is a duh. And what about that? Good. You got it. Good job. Easy.
I missed the song doing that.
All right. So let's do some of our 2-letter sounds. So remember, with these 2-letter words, we don't want to think about words that we know, okay?
Yeah.
We want to think about actually sounding out the letters, yeah? So we're going to use our hands again.
We always use our hands, so I already know that every day.
Good.
You don't have to tell me any of the letters.
Let's see.
I know.
Good job. Okay, pop them in our hands. Then let's start saying this one. Ta.
I say that. Ta.
Ta. Good.
I know what it's gonna be if we add all the letter.
You do. You're right. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do the 2 for now. Okay, you try that one.
Already, because that one stays in my brain forever.
Let's see. Oh, does it have a sa? Good job.
Sa. Pa. Pa. Ah. Pa. Ah.
Oh, you're super close. So remember, let's start saying this one. Pa. Pa. Ah. Then we're gonna say them together. Pa.
Pa.
You got
I know what it's gonna be if we added a pa.
Let's see.
Pat.
You got it.
I patted you.
She's engaging with this really well, actually. You know, the 2-letter sounds are coming together, and I like how she's going, oh, I know what it would be if I added this letter.
Exactly. I mean, already a huge difference from the last session.
Oh, for sure. And I guess it kind of shows you, though, that when we're learning, just because we have one session that might not go as well as we thought it would, doesn't mean that all of that information is lost.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like, it is in there. It is in there. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, and sometimes you do have those peaks and troughs.
Exactly. It's just like taking a day off kind of thing, you know? Yeah.
For sure, but all of that learning is still there.
100%.
Okay, let's try and sound them out, though. You got it? Nice.
Circle for ah.
Okay, so pop them in your hands.
Ah.
Very good.
Ah.
So we've got na.
Na.
You've got. Okay, ready for your next one?
Yes, Keba. Do you know what I'm doing? Crossing my legs and I'll do a dot while I'm saying it.
Okay.
Tiny.
Okay, so what sound was that? Good. You got it. So pop them in your hands again. Yeah. It. Good job.
I think I know what it's gonna be if we add a little later.
What could it be? Well, this is already it, because if you think it.
Let me just open all the rubs.
Okay, ready?
Let me just put it in the back for you. I'll collect all the letters for you.
Okay.
Good
job. You got it.
It's the fact that, you know, when she was tidying up the card and then she was still able to read the sound, is kind of signaling that it's becoming more of a subconscious thing. You know?
It's almost automatic. Like, she knows them. She knows them. She knows what she's doing.
Exactly.
And she doesn't need to be super hard focused on it.
Yeah. She's not having to do always the 2 piecing together. She was able to go, oh, that one's it. you know? Like, it's really quite a cool skill that maybe she hasn't even acknowledged.
Because I have a job for you after this.
All right, let's pop them in our hands. Is it?
Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Ah.
Good job.
I hate doing that sound.
So we've got
Ah.
there's no t. So So say this one slowly.
And
And good job.
I think I know what's going to be up. Wait, can we try and do it for you?
Not yet. We're gonna do it in a second. Yeah. What's that? What does that make?
Tan.
Ooh, you're close, but it's at the end. So we start with this one.
And that.
And good.
Let me help you a bit.
Okay.
I'll do a little dot. Go for it.
Ready?
That repetition is really important and necessary though.
100%. If the child is willing to do it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes too much repetition can make them super bored.
Yeah.
But in this case, she was doing really well
Absolutely.
to just keep going through it and keep engaging with the words and all of that. So I think you're right. Because the opportunity presented itself, we might as well take it.
Exactly. It's not always needed to keep changing the task, you know? If it's working, just keep at it until it doesn't work anymore and then change, you know?
Absolutely.
Because sometimes it can have the opposite effect. You might overstimulate them by giving them too many different types of tasks.
Yeah.
And making it too complicated.
Exactly. So yeah, if it's working, just keep going. Yeah. Okay. Let's try.
Apatio. Sa.
Nice.
I knew that. But I still need to give me that. And ah. You don't have to tell me any of these letters because I already know plenty of them.
Oh, okay, go on.
Ew.
All right, pop them in your hands. And you got it. All right, we've got Yes. Look at you. You're doing so well. What's the first sound of pin? You got it. Okay. So pin. What's the next sound? Not quite. There's something in the middle. So if we listen carefully, in.
Again.
In. How do we make in? You got it.
I know the next one as well.
Oh, be careful. There's something in between those two.
I forgot to do that. Can I go, Bob?
You got it. Nice job. So that's pretty good. So, she really, at this stage of the session, wanted to start writing because she saw me doing a lot of writing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's lovely when the kids are like, oh, I want to try that. Yeah. So might as well lean into it and start saying, okay, well, why don't we practice a little bit of spelling?
Exactly,
now? We're doing pretty well with the blending of the sounds. Let's see if we can do the opposite and try to start segmenting. So this is a great example because very quickly she was able to think, okay, you said that there's something missing in the middle. We're hearing that I sound.
Exactly.
There we go. She wrote it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to consolidate the learning that you've just been doing in the first half of the session. And I think it's that eagerness that you want to see, and kids, exactly as you said, love to do whatever you've just done,
Yeah,
and
they do.
Definitely utilize it if you can.
What I'm really liking as well is that we haven't touched on this too much in the actual episodes, but on the side we're also doing some work with handwriting. Yeah. And her handwriting's pretty good.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I mean, all the letters are perfectly legible.
Yes.
And are really, and even her form is really good. The way she's writing her letter is very good.
It is, exactly. Okay, so I'll tell you a 2-letter sound, and then you write it, okay?
Yeah, and then you have to read that.
Okay.
But first, I'm doing it first, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the sound though, and then you write it, okay? So I want you to write sa.
My hair is not so big on nail.
What is that?
Hair.
You got it?
That's right here, color it. Big socks.
Good job. So what does that say again?
Sat.
Ooh, does it say sat?
Sa.
Good job.
Good. We are.
Then it makes sat. You got it.
Hello.
This black is running out, huh? Okay, try that one.
Pa.
You got it.
I don't.
You got it. Pop them in your hands. You got it. Good. She wanted to do a little bit of drawing as we were doing more of our reading, and I think that's completely fine. If we're still placing a lot of attention focus on what we're doing,
Yes.
I don't mind the kids doodling on the side and doing different sort of things, because it sort of quietens their mind a little bit.
Exactly.
And allows them to have that little bit of release while still bringing the focus.
Absolutely, and it can actually let them hone in on what they are learning. Just as, you know, adults, we also tend to, if we're on a phone call, we're doodling away, or watching TV, we're on our phones, like, we need that second kind of thing to help us focus on what we're doing.
Absolutely.
So why would it not be the same for children?
Too many times we go and we think, okay, they have to be focused on 100% of what we're doing 100% of the time. But sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do need a little bit of a side quest or something.
Exactly. And really, what harm is a doodle going to do?
No,
you know?
it's not. It's not at all.
As long as they are getting the work done that they needed to do, then I don't see any harm in it at all.
I'm the same way. Okay, let's try this one, please. Do the first two first.
Sa.
Good.
I know that's already sa.
Yes, nice job. Now, I'd like for you to write some of the sounds that I'm saying, okay?
Okay.
Yeah? So, let's do ta.
Ta.
How do
I
you
know
write
it
ta?
can be a ta in it. Ta. Ta is one word in ta.
Yeah, so we already have the t, so what else do we need?
Ta. No. My brain does not know, so do I. One dot so much.
So let's listen to it. So if we got ta, think together it's ta.
Ta.
So we've got t. There we go. Good job. Okay, next one is pa.
Pa.
Okay, just take this away. Okay,
Pa.
you got it. Good job.
Ta.
Well, that would be pat. I just wanted pa. So you got it.
Oh no. Let me just add that.
Good.
I need rubber for a sec. Again, maybe.
Okay, so what do we think? I mean, last session was a little bit tricky.
Yes.
But this session, what are your thoughts?
I mean, amazing. I think it just shows you how much persistence really gets you very far.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people would have kind of just taken a lot of steps back after having experienced the last session.
Yeah.
Whereas you didn't. You went into the session the same way you would have done any session, because it's the kind of having belief in that child that just because they had a blunder or a misstep doesn't mean that they can't be challenged or they can't achieve.
And they can't do it, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, Wynter especially, she is just very high energy, but it's about channeling that energy and using it to the best of her abilities.
It is for sure.
But no, a great session, and I think it's really lovely to see that she is starting to blend those sounds without a second thought.
Absolutely.
And being able
and starting to spell them out as well.
Is amazing, really, really amazing. Because it's a thing about being able to see it in your head is such a huge skill and a huge achievement.
100%, because it's such an abstract concept, and to be able to sort of map out the sounds and how they look is fantastic to see.
A lot of wins in this episode for sure.
Definitely a lot of wins.
What about you? What do you think?
I think it was great. I think it was great, to be honest, and I think it was a good thing not to take those 100 steps back to try and catch up on what wasn't doing well last time.
Yes.
Because clearly, if I had done that, we would have wasted our time, because she 100%. Knows it's there.
Yeah.
And I think right from the get-go, when we were going in and doing the sounds, I could tell that, okay, it's there. She knows that there's no need to take that step back.
Exactly.
And she did a fantastic job. And I love how we're starting to write out the sounds now and starting to do 3-letter words as well. We're getting there. We're doing a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. No, excited to see what comes next.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thank you.
Bye. See you next week.